Have you ever wondered why some people seem to constantly attract success, happiness, and great opportunities into their lives? Is it just luck, or could there be a deeper secret behind their thoughts and actions? In today's video, we're going to explore the powerful laws of the subconscious mind, energy, and the strength of belief, so that you can not only understand how your mind works, but also learn how to reprogram it to attract the best things into your life. Let's embark on this journey of inner transformation to create significant changes in the real world. There's a fascinating question about goal setting and personal success that I'd like to start with. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you dare to dream? This is a truly brilliant question. If you were guaranteed success in any goal, no matter how big or small, short-term or long-term, if you could wave a magic wand or take a pill to ensure your success, what goals would you set? Often, when faced with this question, our minds go straight to the big goals. Maybe you'd think about becoming wealthy, famous, or powerful. But as you reflect more deeply, you'll realize that what holds most of us back isn't a lack of ability or talent, but fear. If you were absolutely certain of success, you'd become an unstoppable force, like a natural storm. Imagine if someone blessed you and told you that you couldn't be defeated, that you could achieve every goal you set. How would your approach to life change? I come from a poor family, growing up with a sense of guilt and unworthiness, something I attribute to my upbringing. I lacked confidence, was kicked out of school several times, and spent a lot of time in the library because I was banned from attending classes. After leaving school in the 12th grade, I worked all kinds of low-paying jobs, from washing dishes to digging holes, and even lived in a car. I had no self-respect or confidence. Over the years, I began studying confidence and realized that your level of confidence determines the entire quality of your life. There is a direct correlation between confidence and success in sales. In sales, you have to be brave, push through rejection and disappointment, and face fear to make appointments or ask for orders. Confidence is essential, not just in sales, but in business overall. Without confidence, you can't start a business, arrange bank loans, or build relationships with customers and employees. All the critical elements in business require confidence. Moreover, confidence influences personal magnetism. Confident people often have a powerful attraction to others, especially in the entertainment industry, where confident actors exude charisma. Confidence not only makes us feel happier, but also affects how others treat us. We sell more, earn more, marry better, and become more effective in social interactions. Confidence is everything. I began studying confidence when mine was almost non-existent, and over time, I discovered that 3 major factors undermine confidence. The first factor is doubt and fear. This is humanity's biggest problem throughout history, as discussed in religious texts, philosophy, and psychology. Doubt and fear are what hold us back. The second is guilt and feelings of unworthiness. This is something many people experience, and it profoundly impacts how we see ourselves and our potential for success. The third is a sense of inferiority and not feeling deserving. This is one of the biggest secrets of success that few people realize. We often hear about the fear of success, but in reality, there is no such thing as a fear of success. That's just a way of phrasing it. In truth, it's a feeling of unworthiness. When we don't believe we deserve success, we can unconsciously sabotage our efforts. People who feel undeserving of success may work incredibly hard to achieve it, but then undermine their results. So the question becomes, why do we doubt and fear? Why do we feel guilty and unworthy? Imagine if you had no doubts, were completely confident and free from fear. How amazing would you feel? Confidence isn't just a personal trait, it's the foundation we need to overcome every challenge and achieve every dream we once thought impossible. Imagine if you felt you deserved all the good things in the world and believed in your ability to accomplish anything. How different would your life be? When you look at truly successful and happy people, you'll notice that they have that belief. And the interesting thing is, no one is born with it. Have you ever considered that some individuals seem to naturally possess the belief that success is within their reach? This belief is not something they are inherently born with. I began researching this concept, and it genuinely transformed my life. Now, after more than 25 years of teaching, I continue to rely on the very principles we're discussing today. The first thing you need to understand is that all habits, including emotional habits, are learned. This is a fascinating concept that I discovered through studying the works of various philosophers, especially thinkers from the early 20th century. Emotional habits, or the ways we react emotionally, are not fixed. Negative emotions are not something permanent. In fact, 99.9% of our emotional reactions, particularly the negative ones, can be unlearned. If we couldn't unlearn them, how would we ever improve? But it's precisely because we can change these emotions that we have the potential to achieve anything we set our minds to. When I began studying success, I entered the field of sales because I couldn't find any other manual labor job. I was unsure of what to do and started asking why some salespeople were more successful than others. The discovery that altered my life was the law of cause and effect. This law states that every result in life has a specific cause. We live in a universe governed by strict laws, and the law of cause and effect is known as the iron law of the universe. It explains that everything that happens to us has a definite reason. If you want to achieve a certain result, all you need to do is find someone who has already achieved that result and follow what they did, and you'll attain the same outcome. The most profound principle of the law of cause and effect is that thoughts are the causes and circumstances are the effects. This is a critical breakthrough. Most people believe that their circumstances are determined by external factors, but the truth is that our thoughts, the one thing we can control, are what determine everything. Thoughts dictate the quality of our lives, the quality of our relationships, our health, longevity, income, home, friends, and even our happiness and self-confidence. Thoughts are the cause. Circumstances are the effect. Over the past 5,000 years, a series of mental laws have been discovered. Before the time of Christ, there were places called mystery schools, where people withdrew from society to study these principles for years. They were taught the mental laws that govern success and happiness. Today, the teachings of these mystery schools are more accessible, but unfortunately, 99.9% of people haven't yet discovered them. One of the most significant laws uncovered by these schools is the law of belief. The law of belief is the foundation of almost every religion and philosophy, stating that whatever you believe with deep conviction will become your reality. If you strongly believe in something, your mind acts like a filter, and you see the world through the lens of that belief. You don't see the world as it is, you see it as you believe it to be. The writer Anais Nin once said, "We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are." This means you ignore anything that doesn't fit your beliefs and focus only on what aligns with them. The power of the law of belief is undeniable. However, the tragedy is that many people hold on to false beliefs, beliefs that are not based on reality, often formed from completely inaccurate information. These false beliefs limit our potential, stopping us from pursuing grand goals or even living the life we deserve. But once you understand that beliefs can be changed and that you can choose to believe in things that are positive and beneficial to you, you'll start to create a dramatically different life. One of the most important things we need to reflect on is how the beliefs we hold in life can either be our greatest motivator or our biggest obstacle. No one else can judge your beliefs, but the way you can assess your own beliefs is by seeing whether they make you happy and improve the quality of your life and relationships. A prime example of this is when I had my first child many years ago. One of the psychology books on child rearing at the time advised that the role of a parent was to break the child's will at a young age. This idea came from a prevailing belief in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and even into the 50s. The thinking was that if a child was too willful, they wouldn't obey their parents, so the parents needed to break their will to ensure obedience. The result was a generation that grew up with broken spirits, carrying deep-seated anger, depression, alcoholism, obesity, and frustration. These individuals became damaged in their core because their spirits were crushed when they were children. This harmful belief, passed down and reinforced by society, stifled their growth and led to widespread emotional and psychological damage. When people are broken at a young age, it's like breaking in a wild horse through cruel training. The law of belief teaches that we act based on what we believe, even when those beliefs are limiting. The interesting thing is that no one is born with beliefs. Every belief you hold about yourself, your potential, the world, religion, politics, or people is something you've learned, carefully taught and reinforced over time. The most damaging are the self-limiting beliefs. These are the beliefs that convince us we're constrained in certain ways. To break free from these limitations, the first question you must ask yourself is, what belief would be most beneficial or useful to me? Imagine you could walk into a store that sold beliefs and pick any belief you wanted, like installing software on a computer. If you could choose only one belief, what would it be? Perhaps one of the most powerful beliefs you could purchase would be, I can do anything I set my mind to. This belief unlocks limitless potential. A friend of mine spent 18 years studying the biographies of over 500 men and women who started from nothing and achieved great success. He discovered that every single one of them shared one common trait. They all believed they were destined for great success. They carried this belief with them throughout their lives, no matter what challenges arose. Every obstacle was just a part of the journey, every failure a lesson, and every pain a catalyst for growth. They never lost faith in themselves. So if you could buy a belief, choose the belief that you are destined for success, that you possess immense potential, that you are surrounded by endless opportunities, and that everything that has happened to you so far has simply been preparation. Never limit yourself with thoughts like, I can't do that, or I'm not good at this. Instead, ask yourself, what if all of these negative thoughts are completely wrong? You may have potential far beyond what you can imagine, whether it's in learning math, excelling in business, mastering a sport, or pursuing any passion that excites you. In the Bible, there's a verse, according to your faith, it will be done to you. This is one of the most important principles of the New Testament. Similarly, in the Old Testament, it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This refers to the heart, meaning the subconscious mind, which holds our deepest beliefs. William James, one of the greatest American philosophers, said, belief creates reality. If you believe in something strongly enough, it becomes true because you always act in accordance with your beliefs, and the results inevitably reflect those actions. So can you change your beliefs? Absolutely. But is it easy? No, it's not, especially when trying to change deeply ingrained negative beliefs. But it's possible, just like losing weight. Difficult, but entirely achievable. The third law we need to understand is the law of expectation. There's a field in economics and psychology known as expectation theory. Your expectations largely determine the quality of your life. This means that whatever you confidently expect will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. In other words, you are constantly predicting your future through the way you talk about what you believe will happen. Much like a person predicting their own destiny, if you believe things will go well, if you expect success, then that's what you'll manifest. If you believe you'll be liked, that your product is good, that your company is excellent, and that your life will be successful, those beliefs will shape how you act and how others respond to you. This is crucial. Always expect the best, from yourself, from others, and especially from those who matter to you. One of the key findings from research at Harvard University is that two crucial factors contribute to raising happy, healthy children. Both of these factors are also applied successfully in building strong business and sales teams. The first is a democratic environment where everyone is free to express their opinions. In such an environment, decisions are made by consensus, and everyone feels valued and respected. From when my children were very young, I always asked their opinions. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? As they grew older, we would take turns deciding, where should we eat today? What should we do this weekend? By doing this, they learned that their opinions mattered and were valuable. When they grew up and interacted with other adults, they believed their viewpoints were reasonable and worthy of being heard. The second factor is positive expectations. Just as in life, expecting good things to happen sets the foundation for achieving them. Parents need to trust and expect the best from their children. I always tell my kids, as you grow up, you will succeed. You'll be well liked, score high grades, and people will love you. When you expect the best from your children, they strive to live up to those expectations. Even if they don't fully accept the advice right away, it still affects them on a subconscious level. I recall a story from a journalist who shared that his father wasn't a man of many words, but one phrase stuck with him throughout his life. "Son, when you grow up, I expect you to do something meaningful with your life." That single expectation haunted and motivated him throughout his life, pushing him to achieve, simply because of the positive belief his father instilled in him. This highlights the profound importance of giving others the gift of high expectations. If you have a family, tell your spouse that you believe in them, that you expect them to succeed, and if they haven't succeeded yet, they'll learn from their experiences and succeed next time. Repeating this is one of the greatest gifts you can offer someone. Now, let's discuss another powerful principle, the law of attraction. While it has been talked about a lot in recent years, the truth is, it has been around for over 3,000 years. The law of attraction is fascinating because it works hand in hand with other laws. It teaches that each of us is a living magnet. Alongside this, there is the law of vibration. Everything in the material universe vibrates, including thoughts. What makes a thought vibrate is the emotional energy tied to it. A thought without emotion remains still, but when you inject emotion into it, it creates an energy field that draws in the people, ideas, and resources necessary to bring that thought into reality. What's key to understand is that these laws are neutral. If you believe in negative things, that's exactly what you will experience. If you expect bad things to happen, they will. So never speak about what you don't want, because your mind is incredibly powerful. It's like a massive engine, emitting vibrations and pulling into your life the circumstances and people that match what you're thinking and speaking about. When you focus on negative thoughts, you're actually attracting them into your life, from car accidents to unpleasant situations. The mind doesn't differentiate between what you want and what you don't want. It simply reacts to what you focus on. So if your thoughts are negative, you'll draw unwanted events into your life, from thefts to accidents to broken items and much more. We often say people are living magnets, and this isn't just about attracting events, people, and circumstances that align with your thoughts. It also connects to another law called the law of sympathetic resonance. Imagine two pianos in a large room. If you strike the C note on the first piano and walk over to the second, you'll notice that the C string on the second piano vibrates in harmony with the first. This is sympathetic resonance, a harmony not just of sound, but of energy between objects. This law is especially relevant when we meet the right people in our lives. The writer Khalil Gibran described the instant recognition when you enter a room and your eyes meet someone you feel an immediate connection with, as if you've known each other for ages. This is how the law of attraction works. The law of attraction states that every thought, whether positive or negative, generates an energy field, and that energy draws into your life the people and circumstances that resonate with the frequency of those thoughts. Thought energy is an extremely subtle form of energy, capable of moving at the speed of light and bypassing any physical barriers. You may have experienced this when you think about a friend, and suddenly they call or text you. It doesn't just happen once. It likely happens multiple times in your life, to the point where you begin to realize that a real law is at work. So, how do you apply the law of attraction and the law of sympathetic resonance in your daily life? It's simple. Focus on what you want. Think about positive things, about what makes you happy, the people you love, and your past successful experiences. The difference between winners and those who don't succeed lies in how they view the past. Winners focus on their past successes and the happiness they felt achieving them, while those who don't succeed focus on their failures and negative feelings. When you think about your past successes, you generate an energy that attracts more successes in the future. Sometimes, when you walk into a room with an upbeat, positive attitude, everyone around you immediately feels it, responding to your energy. This is the result of the resonance created by your positive thoughts. The positive energy you emit can resonate with others even without speaking a word. This is why the law of attraction is so vital. It underscores that you are constantly drawing into your life people, circumstances, and opportunities that align with your dominant thoughts. This also means that if you are consumed by negativity, worry, or anger, you will inevitably attract negative situations into your life. Another law I greatly appreciate is the law of correspondence. It's a synthesis of several other laws and follows a simple equation: as within, so without. This means the world around you is merely a mirror reflecting your dominant thoughts and emotions. We often say, you see yourself in everything. Everything surrounding you reflects your mental and emotional state. One of the clearest examples of the law of correspondence is in relationships. People are incredibly sensitive to the energy we emit, and when you harbor negative thoughts, they immediately affect those around you. Women, in particular, tend to have a keen sense of detecting subtle shifts in mood and thought. You can simply say hello when you call home, and your wife may instantly sense that something is off and ask, "Did something happen with your boss today?" This demonstrates that your energy and emotions are transmitted far more strongly than you might realize, and your loved ones can pick up on it without any further explanation. In summary, laws like the law of attraction, the law of sympathetic resonance, and the law of correspondence are powerful principles that help us understand how our thoughts influence our reality. Positive thoughts create positive vibrations, attracting good things into your life. Conversely, negative thoughts spiral into negative events and circumstances. Therefore, always focus on what you desire and maintain a positive mindset to attract the best outcomes. For example, when you simply greet someone and they immediately feel that something is amiss, it's because our relationships are direct reflections of what's happening in our minds. If you feel happy, your relationships will reflect that happiness. If you're angry or sad, they'll reflect that as well. This principle doesn't just apply to relationships, but extends to many areas of life. A clear example is your income. The external world of money, earnings, and productivity is determined by your internal world, your attitude toward money, work, and how you approach your tasks. The same holds true for health. Your inner attitude about health, diet, and exercise will dictate how healthy you are. Lastly, it applies to success. If deep down you believe you will succeed, that belief will be reflected in the outside world. Like a mirror, the outer world simply reflects what you feel inside. Many people, when looking in the mirror and disliking what they see, try to change the external by metaphorically breaking the mirror. But those who are wise understand that everything on the outside is a reflection of the inside. They ask themselves, what is it within me that has created this situation? This is the mindset of high achievers. They constantly look inward for the cause and solution to their problems. In contrast, most people tend to blame external circumstances, other people, or their past and future for their current situation. The next law we need to explore is the law of subconscious action. This law states that your subconscious mind operates automatically, like a block of clay that is shaped by your conscious thoughts. The subconscious does not think or create on its own. It merely ensures that your actions and words align with what you've previously programmed into it. It controls the automatic functions of your body, like the autonomic nervous system, managing hundreds of chemical reactions in every cell to maintain perfect balance every second of the day. It's estimated that your subconscious performs up to 500 million commands per second to maintain the body's chemical balance. If even a small function in your eyes goes wrong, you would lose your ability to see clearly. If there is the slightest error in your blood, heart, or circulatory system, you wouldn't survive. The human body is an incredibly complex and finely tuned system where even a minor imbalance can have serious consequences. That's why taking care of and being aware of your subconscious is so crucial. Your subconscious mind is like a computer, and what you feed into it directly affects the results it produces. The famous saying, "Garbage in, garbage out," applies here. If you input negative or harmful information into your subconscious, it will yield negative outcomes. If you feed negative input into your subconscious, the results will inevitably be negative. But if you input positive, constructive thoughts, the outcome will be drastically different. This means that you have the ability to reprogram your subconscious mind. If your original program contains errors or flaws, you need to debug and fix it. We need to go back and eliminate the faulty ideas, beliefs, and emotions that don't align with our happiness and success. Debugging your subconscious is much like troubleshooting a software issue. When a new program is released, it often comes with bugs that need fixing. Engineers review the system, correct the errors, and ensure smoother functionality. Similarly, in life, we need to debug our subconscious, removing limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering ones. This is a crucial process in building confidence and unlocking your full potential. Improving your life doesn't happen overnight, but it starts from within. You need to clearly identify the beliefs, emotions, and attitudes that have been programmed into your subconscious over the years. Outdated thoughts that no longer serve your goals must be reprogrammed. As you adjust your thinking and rewire your subconscious mind, the external world will naturally follow suit. This is the key to achieving the prosperity, health, and happiness you've always desired. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support the channel.